but you got to accept what happened and accept that you stayed in it. Or else you're going to keep doing this fight with yourself. So, like, you got to look at dating like that, and if you do, you got to look at it as how do you feel and what do you want in a person, and are they a good partner matching you? She may have been great in bed, she might be cute, she might be this, she might fit all the criteria that you like, she might have made you laugh, who the fuck knows? But she didn't treat you very kind. Isn't that quality number one? She wasn't consistent, and that can make anyone feel fucking crazy. Stop giving away all your power. Stop it. It almost reminds me of a woman that's been in a domestic abuse relationship on paper, because when they're coming out of it, they always describe it as feeling like they're going crazy, like they have two different selves. It is an addiction. Love is an addiction. Sex is an addiction. Alcohol is an addiction. Whatever. It's all an addiction. You need to think about what you're addicted to, because it's probably very few times that the addiction was formulated, and the majority of the times probably sucked with her. The next time you hung out, you hoped it would get better. You know? You gotta think about what you want and what you need in friendships too, and other relationships, so that you can then say, I don't think I want to hang out, because you're so inconsistent and so fleety, and you're 1 minute you love me and the next minute you don't know. So that feels shitty. It feels toxic. You're always blaming me for shit. You're never taking any responsibility for your own actions in this relationship. I don't want that. I want somebody more mature. Shit like that, regardless of the other positive. Yeah, that's where you got to learn how to speak to it and say, like, look, I think we have a great sexual chemistry. I think you're, like, on paper, my ideal partner. I couldn't have dreamt you up. But I notice these other things that really bother me. And so I don't know. That's putting somebody on a pedestal, and it's never going to work. Also, nobody wants to be on a pedestal, because they know they're always going to fail. It's uncomfortable. She probably has some great qualities, and she probably has some shitty qualities. Your friends are the same, but you gotta give some tolerance windows. So you gotta give people some room to breathe. Including your own self, because that might extrapolate to you, like, I either really love my life or I really fucking hate it. Can you find some positives about you and some things that you need to work on? Probably. Find the gray area. Every time you feel like you're going to extreme viewpoints on you, your roommate, your ex, life, pull back and find the gray area. Embrace it. It's you know what? When you really know you're doing that is when you can actually say, I have gratitude that I went through this with because I wouldn't have grown otherwise. I wouldn't have moved past this shit. Now I know myself a lot more, and I'm actually a different person now, and I'm ready for a different relationship. But you're in the middle of that. So give yourself a little deep breath and let yourself show up for that. It doesn't have to be done today. If you're grieving, just let it be a grief, And that's fine. You are who you are. You don't have to keep beating yourself up. You don't. You don't have to keep beating yourself up. But you do have to put one foot in front of the other. You do have to allow some time to process it. Maybe journal 10 minutes every day about it until you feel like I'm not emotional when I do this anymore. And that's your marker. Then go exercise, go be with friends, go do stuff so that you manage your symptoms, but you're also assisting that grief process. You can do it. This is growth. Remember, when things feel uncomfortable, it usually just means that you're fighting growing. But just allow it to happen. Believe me, you'll be better on the other side.